love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for me, for you, for me, and us. Just wait and see. Love in your heart, yeah. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Oh, put a little love in your heart. Come on now, put a little love in your heart. Come on, people now, put a little love in your heart. All together, put a little love in your heart. Good morning. Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Bellevue. We are so glad to have each and every one of you here with us. My name is Monica McDowell-Elvig. I'm the Center Administrator. I'm your platform assistant this morning, as Reverend Charles is out on spiritual renewal this week. And we have a guest speaker. I'll introduce her in a little bit. And also welcome from Unity of Bellingham. That's where I was last week speaking. So they always want me to share their love. So I'm sharing their love. So thank you for being with us. We here at Unity of Bellevue want you to know that you are welcome, safe, and celebrated here regardless of anything. We see the divine light in each and every one of you, and we celebrate that, and we honor that. So thank you for being here. You are the divine in expression. If you are new, please make your way to our welcome table. That's directly from where my hand is. It says Welcome Center. There's a welcome packet you can pick up there, and there's some nice goodies in the packet for you. And if you're online, you can go to our website, unityofbellevue.org, and go to the I'm New page and request a welcome packet there, and I will send one to you. Also, there's connection cards in your seat bags. If you would like to fill that out and give us your contact information so we can send you a letter and say hello. Unity is a practical, positive, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus and the power of prayer. Unity honors the universal truths in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. I'm going to have a stand because we got to affirm with all of our energy, with all of our strength. So let us affirm our statement of being together. There is only one presence and one power, active as my life and as the universe, God the good, omnipotent, and remain standing for our new vision statement. Healed, spiritually awakened people living in harmony in a world that works for everyone. Thank you. You may be seated. We begin everything with prayer here at Unity, so let's join in prayer. This morning in this sanctuary, we invoke divine presence, the great I am, the one who fills our hearts with divine love, divine compassion, the divine that is inside each of us as us. We invoke the divine spirit to fill this space, both here in person and virtually, that this light fills each of us and all of us together. expanding us into more of who we are. We bless this time together, knowing all will unfold for the highest and best good of each and all, and greater than we can imagine. We are so grateful for the divine presence in us. We are so grateful for the divine presence with us. We are so grateful, and so it is. So let me introduce our guest speaker this morning, Elizabeth Nachman. Welcome, Elizabeth. Let's welcome. Elizabeth is a lifelong spiritual seeker who found her home at Unity in Linwood in 2016, where she has served as a prayer chaplain and welcome host for many years. She is currently enrolled in Unity's ministerial program in the class of 2026. She speaks at churches and spiritual centers around the Pacific Northwest, and she is delighted to join us this week, and we are delighted to have her. So welcome, and we look forward to hearing what Spirit has for us through you.
Thank you.
And Tony Music. Tony is our music director.
Music.
Tony Music.
Tony Music.
Tony Music, I like that.
Is that like when Trump called the president of Apple, Tim Apple? Welcome. Good morning, friends, countrymen. Lend me your ears. So I'm Tony Serzo, the music director at Unity Bellevue, and grateful to be so.
Also known as Tony Music.
Also known as Tony Music. I got the music in me. All right, and so I have three wonderful musicians with me this morning. We have Linda Falgren-Moe on piano and singing. Matt Corey down there on percussion and sidekicking. And then Becky Thatcher, lovely vocalist. Please stand as you are able and join us in singing.
Yeah, that's good. All right, here we go.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I like that so much, let's sing it again. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Thanks. Please remain standing. We're going to do another Daniel Namod song. This is called Love Is My Decision.
It's empowering.
It's empowering, yes. The band would be
Do you know
empowered
this
to
song?
launch
Do you guys know this? It's easy to learn, and it repeats a lot. Love is my decision. It's a little waltz. Up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision. Thank you, dancers. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide here and now. Take it up. Love is my decision. Up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And when I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. More dancing. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And when I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
Beautiful.
Thank you for the singing and the dancing. Please sit down. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place.
So this is the time in our service when we turn within. Take this time to pause and allow Spirit to restore your natural balance. Silently affirm, in this holy instant, I need do nothing. In this holy instant, I need do nothing. So make yourself comfortable wherever you are. I invite you to relax and release all tension. Let go of any thoughts or stress that you might have experienced this morning. Right here, right now, just be. Just be. If you haven't already, gently close your eyes. Allow all your awareness to focus on your breath. And let's just breathe together. And as we breathe in, we breathe in love. And as we breathe out, we release tension. And as we breathe in again, we breathe in calm. And as we breathe out, we let go of any anxiety. So just breathe and feel the peace of this quiet moment wash over you. Feel the presence of God, the presence of love, the love that we hold in our hearts, the love that we share, the love that we are. We recognize and are reminded that I am God's love. I am God's love. Breathe into this. As we allow our consciousness to anchor deep in the truth of who we are, I invite you to spend a few moments in spiritual communion, knowing I am God's love. And we turn within in silence for a few moments. Every thought in my mind is informed by the unifying power of love. Love is my nature, and wisdom is my guide. I know this to be true. When I allow myself to remember that truth, to think from that truth, and to act in the world in that truth, the power of divine love becomes a unifying presence in this world. And so it is, and we let it be. Amen.
on to love, hold on to truth. Look for the good and then praise it. Dance in the light, turn away from the dark. Hold on to love. With all the pain and devastation around us every day, it's so easy to give up and close down. How do I keep my heart open and alive when a part of me is scared to reach out my hand? I don't want to give up and face each day with fear, no. I want to live my life with a purpose that is clear. So I'm gonna hold on to love, hold on to truth, look for the good and then praise it. Dance in the light, turn away from the dark. Hold on to love. Every day I have a choice of how I want to be, and I refuse to let all that bad news affect me. I'm gonna take the time to look a stranger in the eye. I'm gonna smile at someone before they pass me by. It's the little things that make us feel connected. It's the little things that let us know we are one. So I'm gonna hold on to love, hold on to truth, look for the good and then praise it. Dance in the light, turn away from the dark. Hold on to love, hold on to love. We gotta keep believing that people are good. Gotta keep believing that we're here for each other. Gotta keep believing that there's a higher plan, that God's in charge. We just need to be the most love that we can. We've got to hold on to love, hold on to truth, look for the good and then praise it. Dance in the light, turn away from the dark. Hold on to love, hold on to love, hold on to love, hold on to
That was awesome. Hold on to love indeed. Well, I hope to show you a little bit how to get there, and so you have something to hold on to. Well, good morning, Unity of Bellevue. Got to get those prepositions straight. I'm Elizabeth Nachman, and I am so happy to be here. I was just delighted when Reverend Charles asked me to step in for him this week, and I sure hope I can do him proud. So, let's be nice to the substitute, okay? No spitballs, all right? Because I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. And you might want to buckle up, because it could be a fun little ride. Anyway, if you're anything like me, showing up for church on Sunday is driven by a desire to connect in faith with people each week. And this is from a dyed-in-the-wool introvert, truly. I mean, we could stay home and meditate or read or go for a walk in nature or listen to inspiring music, but there is something about doing that with others. even online, that grabs a hold of the heart and reminds us of our connection, our absorption, and our oneness with the one. But what are we really after when we go to church? What is the experience that we want to have? I don't think it's just the donuts and the cake. Reverend Charles has shared with me that you have created a wonderful definition of your core value of love. And I quote, "We are a welcoming community who recognizes and honors God in ourselves and in others by expressing, easy for me to say, unconditional love." I don't know about you, but my ability to express unconditional love needs constant tending. I have to practice it like I would an instrument until difficult scales become easy, or playing a piano concerto by Chopin is fluid and effortless, which really would be a miracle since I actually don't play the piano. But anyway, I still have a long way to go. But practice we must, especially when times are challenging. My inclination of late has been to crawl under a rock, and that won't serve anyone, least of all ourselves. Well, we could be here all day discussing the definition of love, but when we really break it down, love is about connection. Well, let's start with a little science, because I don't know about you, I love me some science. So when we say we experience love, we are typically awash in a bunch of chemicals which collectively produce the feeling that we call love. They make this fun little cocktail of hormones that include oxytocin, I promise not too many big words, which is often called the love hormone because it is released during physical touch, like hugging and cuddling, and it plays a big role in bonding and attachment. Add a dash of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter and is associated with the pleasure and reward centers of the brain. We'll just leave that there. It's released when we do something enjoyable, including spending time with a loved one, or for some, perhaps your cat. Yeah. Anyway, finally add a dash of serotonin, and that helps regulate mood and social behavior. High levels of serotonin are linked to feelings of happiness and well-being, and they are often heightened when we're in love. There are others, but that's the end of the chemistry lesson for now. Shaken or stirred, however you prefer your love cocktail, you have a recipe for love. So how do we manifest this little aperitif of amour, you ask? Well, as living beings, we are absolutely charged with electricity, and it regulates everything from how well our hearts beat to how our brains function, and even how our muscles work. But did you ever think about how those charges are felt and exchanged with each other? To support your core value of love, you say, and I quote, "We agree to teach and practice love for self, church, community, nation, and planet." I love that. Well, what does this look like? I like a good visual, so let's try this. I have in my possession this handy-dandy little electricity stick. And this will help illustrate how this works. And at this point, I would like to invite my lovely assistant and husband, Tim, up here just for a moment to help illustrate how this works. Yes, he's a very good sport. So, if I hold one end of the stick and he holds the other, well, we're connecting, but we're not really connected. But if we hold hands, we're connected. Thank you, lovely assistant. It is the transmission of electricity that joins us together, and it's real. You saw it. So don't forget, that is a powerful unseen factor in our connection. So a little story. The other day, a friendly acquaintance of mine posted this question on social media. Get ready. Which pedestrian is more obnoxious? The one A, walking across the street super slow, paying no attention to cars, or B, walking up the center of a parking aisle, paying no attention to cars, likely both with their nose in their phone? Well, my initial response was, OMG, both are so incredibly obnoxious, I can't pick one. But I stopped myself. So I just lost my stepmother of 35 years about a month ago. And for the first week or two, I was just kind of blindly stumbling through life. Did I almost not see a pedestrian in the crosswalk the other day? Have I not done multiple dumb things in the last month because of my grief? Shouldn't we default on the side of grace when someone does something we think is annoying? Here's the thing. Instead of posting, "Hell yes, bro," in response to his post, I thought, let's give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just lost their dog, or their kid is really sick, or they had a scary test result, or any one of a zillion distractions that might keep them from doing their best. And you know what? As I decided to do this, I paid attention to what I was feeling in my body, and instead of seeing my blood pressure go whoosh, escalate and my jaw get all tense and responding in outrage to the post, I felt awash in empathy for myself and for my fellow humans who were just trying to make do and get through life on any given day. Taking in a breath and breathing out kindness were much better choices than another round of mini rage, which is something nobody really needs to express right now. This might even remind you of John 8:11, where the woman who is purportedly committed adultery is brought before Jesus. And he says to the gathered crowd, "Let anyone among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." I think I would say, please, after you. Yeah. Okay, so then how do we go about cultivating this capital L love? I mean, we say we should spread kindness everywhere we go, but does that tell us how we should go about doing that? I mean, there have been days when I just don't feel kind about anyone and anything, and how do I go about just shaking that off? Well, let me take you back in time to the beginning of my own spiritual journey, and maybe something like this happened to you. There I was in high school, probably a sophomore, standing in front of my bathroom mirror one cold night, probably brushing my teeth, when I stopped to stare into my own eyes. Just kept looking into my own pupils. Oh, come on, some of you've done it, I know it. Yeah, it's weird. But when I kept looking, I said to myself, who are you? And as I stared into my own eyes that evening so many years ago, I had a huge feeling, sort of like existential cymbals crashing or some kind of deep cosmic sense that I was part of something much bigger than my long brown hair and my bluish eyes and my pointy chin. Whatever I felt that night almost knocked me to my feet and stuck with me for the better part of the week. In fact, it was probably that experience that kickstarted me on this lifelong search for meaning. And actually, I do recommend staring at yourself deeply in the mirror from time to time, because at the very least, it may remind yourself of your own divinity, that truth of you that can never be taken away. Can you think of a time, a pivotal moment in your life, in your spiritual evolution, where everything just sort of went kapow? Speaking of meaning, I would ask you again to reflect on those times when you felt deeply connected to something larger than yourself. Maybe it was watching the waves at sunset in Kauai. Pardon me while I take, no. Or standing next to a sequoia, or catching sight of a shooting star. Whenever you think of that moment, what is the first thing that you notice? It's probably a feeling, a sensation, maybe a tingling, maybe an accelerated heartbeat, maybe a quickening of the pulse that perhaps elicited an emotion, maybe wonder or awe or curiosity. The key word here is feeling. Try as we might, immersing ourselves in the intellectual pursuit of God doesn't typically get us where we want to go. But the flip side of throwing ourselves into the metaphorical fire or speaking in tongues is probably not going to open your true heart up to God's love either. We need to find that sweet spot of learning, experiencing, and feeling. So, back later in my 20s, I found a group of seekers led by a fellow who had a lot of pride in his intellect, and his wife made up the intuitive feeling half of the duo. But his writings on spirituality were dense and sometimes impenetrable, and I struggled mightily to process his complex prose and convoluted arguments. I thought if I could intellectually understand his talks, I am the daughter of an attorney, by the way, my path to enlightenment would be smooth and successful. But you know what? I ended up feeling frustrated and like a spiritual failure. Yeah, my journey has been long. It's been a long one, full of dead ends and false starts and wrong turns. And I did learn something from him, though. Like learning perspective and shade and color in painting, reading and studying spiritual teachings is part of our journey. We need to steep ourselves in the content and raw material of the great masters. As Jesus says in John 13:34, I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you should love one another. By this, everyone will know you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Years ago, I might have taken this passage as a ho-hum snooze fest, telling me, yeah, I love my friends, okay. But now I can really see the exquisite truth of what it means that we are all one with the one, and loving each other on this path is the journey. For example, even our beloved Charles Fillmore, well, for some of us beloved, describes God in this way in the revealing word, and I quote, "There is but one mind, and that mind cannot be separated or divided because, like the principle of mathematics, it is indivisible. All that we can say of the one mind is that it is absolute and that all its manifestations are in essence like itself." End quote. Okay, still awake out there? Okay. If you're anything like me, God definitely does not feel like math, even girl math, okay? Deepak Chopra says, quote, "We must find out for ourselves that inside us is a god or a goddess in embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity." That's a little better, don't you think? But my point is this. We can't intellectually bootstrap our way to knowing God. We won't experience God any better if we read more about God. Have you ever been reading some spiritual book and just been like, oh, words, so many words, just stop. When then do you have your most transcendent moments? When do you feel like you're one with the one? And most importantly, what does that feel like in your body? Sidebar here. Most of us have grown up in traditions where paying attention to our feelings is discouraged, particularly for cisgen men. Accessing and expressing emotions is frowned upon. You know, big boys don't cry. Even women, especially those who might find themselves in male-dominated professions, are encouraged to keep their feelings under wraps. These admonishments serve to keep us from accessing what it's like to feel emotion in our bodies. One wonderful byproduct of mindfulness meditation, those of you who practice know this, is that by bringing your attention back to your object of focus, you begin to experience self-awareness of what's going on inside of your body. Then you might recognize the first physical sensation and perhaps label the emotion associated with that sensation. Now, it takes practice to get good at this, but when you do, you may realize that that wiggly sensation in your stomach is anxiety, or that warm feeling around your heart is love. Being able to identify these physical sensations and their corresponding emotions is an exercise in learning how to experience love. So, I'm going to ask you to do a little exercise. Don't worry, you don't even have to get out of your chair. I would like you to imagine a situation this week where you were emotionally charged in any way. Maybe somebody gaslighted you at work, or you got an unexpected hug from your grandchild, or someone cut you off in traffic. That never happens. Or maybe your dog just jumped in your lap at the right moment. Just take a second and imagine that situation, if you will. So bring that to mind and close your eyes if you're comfortable. And imagine that scenario. What do you see? Were there any sounds? Was anyone talking? Was touch involved in any way? Were there any smells in the room? Were you eating anything? Embody that image as best as you can. Now I'd like you to scan your body and make note of any sensations that you feel. Is your head feeling pressure? Maybe your neck is tensing? Butterflies in your stomach or fists clenched? Take note of these sensations and then see if you can give them a name. Maybe it's anger, love, fear. And if nothing is coming, that's totally okay. Take one more breath and feel into that emotion fully. And then on your next breath, just let it all go. Let it go. If you close your eyes, open them, and just shake it off if you need to. And just make it go poof. So why did we do this exercise? And thank you for playing. Because with practice, it will teach you to be able to feel what's going on inside of you. And this emotional awareness is absolutely key, not only to living your best life, but also in living in those moments of connection, of absorption, and oneness with God. The better you get at paying attention to what's going on inside of you at any given moment, the more moments of now you can string together, and before you know it, you are living in love. You're living in harmony much more often. You have more moments of joy and oneness because you're noticing them. And what is this experience if not living as often as possible in the state of, yes, capital L, love? All right. I can hear the skeptics out there among you saying, oh, bah, humbug, or something else that I won't say on the platform. Why should I pay attention to painful feelings and distressing experiences? Why, that's an excellent question. And the answer is because when you actually pay attention in the now moment, you realize that all physical sensations and emotions last for seconds, maybe minutes at most. Even if you have chronic pain, and I speak from experience, the pain is not present all the time. It's the dwelling on, the attachment, the rumination to the pain that causes suffering, and we know what Buddha says about that. Attachment is at the root of all suffering. Perhaps you've noticed times when you do feel that feeling of awe, of beauty, of wonder that overtakes you when you experience a particularly wonderful sunset or sunrise or a moonlit ocean or a majestic forest or a double rainbow. This feeling is not just simple wonder. Awe is a deep emotion that can make us feel both incredibly small and part of something far larger than ourselves. And awe can easily segue into love, that deepest of human emotions that motivates us to be our best Christ-like selves. My teacher from my 20s put it this way, and this is good. People will not submit to the rigors of spiritual growth without having first experienced some deep link to the radical reality behind the world of mere appearances. That experience might be seeing that shooting star, watching the birth of a baby, or maybe even cuddling your iguana. I don't know, you do you, right? The point is, these sensations of connection, of awe, of love are not intellectual experiences. You can't reason your way to an experience of God. Even Carl Sagan, told you I liked science, said, and I quote, "Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. When we recognize our place in an immensity of light years and in the passage of ages, when we grasp the intricacy, the beauty, and the subtlety of life, then that soaring feeling, that sense of elation and humility combined, is surely spiritual." So let's just take a couple of minutes and let these ideas settle. If you're comfortable, close your eyes for a minute and just start to focus on your breath. Let it just come and go as it wants, and pay attention to it, letting it be free and easy and relaxed. Feel the rise and fall of your breath and how it just comes and goes without clinging or grasping. See if you can feel that force that is breathing you. Now imagine a warm, glowing light in the center of your chest. This light is love. As you breathe in, see the light growing brighter and stronger. As you breathe out, feel the warmth spreading throughout your body. Silently repeat these affirmations to yourself. I am deserving of love. I give and receive love freely. My heart is open to love and compassion. Now imagine this warm, glowing light expanding beyond your body, filling the room around you. Visualize it reaching out to your loved ones, your friends, even strangers. See the light touching their hearts, filling them with love and warmth. And now bring your focus back to your breath. Coming back into this room, moving your body a bit, opening your eyes, and welcome back to love. And so it is.
join in if you feel like it. When I was a little boy,
When I was just a boy,
and the devil called my name,
I was just a boy.
I'd say, who do you think you're fooling?
I was just a boy.
I'm a consecrated boy,
I was just a boy.
am singing in the Sunday choir. But my mama loves me, she loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. She just loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. When I was grown to be a man,
Born to be a man.
and the devil would call my name,
Born to be a man.
I'd say, now who do you think you're fooling?
Born to be a man.
I'm a consummated man. I can snatch a little purity, and my mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. She just loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. If I was the president,
Was the president.
and the Congress would call my
Was
name,
the president.
I'd say, now who do you think you're fooling? I got the presidential seal.
Was the president.
I'm up on the presidential podium, and my mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. She just loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, my mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. She just loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me.
Like a rock. Love me like a rock. Love me like a rock.
Yeah. Woo. Thank you. Thank you. So fun. So much love. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, our music team. Feeling love. Feeling love. And thank you, Susan, too, for our meditation earlier. Beautiful. Now is the time in our service when we give our gifts of love, returning them to Spirit as a symbol of our commitment to this spiritual community. As is our practice, we have you, if you're new for the first time, Jerry, our usher, will come forward and dismiss you from the front to the back by row. You come, and if you have a gift, you can place it in the bowl. If not, you can just bless it. A lot of us give online or through automated bill payment, all those mechanisms we have now. And then as you exit, you can exit to the side that you sit on and take an affirmation as you exit and return to your seat. So there's also, if you're unable or would like to give, there's a basket sitting in the back. And if you signal to our ushers and greeters, we can also send a basket around. So let's affirm our blessing, our offering blessing together. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy.
Okay, we're gonna have some more love. Here we go. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give. just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Okay, Becky, you're up. Here we go. Oh, L
Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love is made for me and you.
Okay, guys, who's up now?
I think that's me.
Okay, Matt.
Here we go, Mr. Cheese. L is for the way you look at me.
Oh, yeah.
O is you're the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can. Love is all that I can give to you. Love means more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love is made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
One more time.
Love was made for me and you.
We are also blessing our tithe that is going to be going out for February, and that is going to the WYCA, eliminating racism and empowering women. That's going to help go to our Redmond chapter. So we bless that tithe as well. Let's raise our hands in blessing. We give thanks for these tithes and love offerings. We give thanks for the love that these are given from, the love that will go through them to bless our community and to bless the larger Bellevue and Puget Sound region. We are so grateful for all of the blessings, all of the abundance that comes from divine source that blesses our lives. We invoke the law of circulation, that as we give, so we receive. We are so grateful for all the blessings that we can give and all the blessings that we do receive. We are so grateful, and so it is. Okay, and now it's time for the announcements. Today we have one-on-one prayer, as we always do, up front, available at the sanctuary, and Lori is going to be up front, and it looks like Maura will be up here too. If you have any prayer requests, please just join them up here. There are also prayer request cards in your seat backs that you can fill out and put in the prayer box by the south entrance. If you are online, hello. You can go to our prayer page on our website and fill out the prayer request form there. That goes to our prayer chaplains who will respond to you. We also have a Reiki circle on the third Sunday of every month. We have a Reiki circle in the library that's hybrid. It's also on Zoom. You can find the Zoom link on our launch page on our website. And we have new Reiki practitioners. We had 6 new students yesterday, so it's awesome. So join us for 10 minutes of Reiki in the library after service. We also have lunch every Sunday following service in the Friendship Room. It's hosted by the McClellans this week, so we've got a potato bar, so sounds great. Coming up today as well, Jean is offering a community info session at 12:15 in the library. That's just to give you an overview of bylaw changes that are going to come up for our member meeting in March. So if you would like to just go over some of those, if you have any questions, join her there. There's a couple more coming up online. That's in the newsletter, so look for those. Also, we'll have our Diving Deeper Spirit Group with Susan today at 12:30 in the library. So if you would like to discuss Elizabeth's wonderful message in a deeper fashion, join Susan in the library at 12:30. Just a reminder that we are gearing up for Divine Dining again. So if you would like to be a host or you want to find out, maybe you want to be a co-host. I know Tony wants to maybe do some music, a music thing, so maybe you have a dinner with some music with Tony. Just sign up in our in the atrium. There's a sign-up sheet on the table. Also coming up this week, Women Connect meets this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. That's a potluck, so bring something to share. And if you have any questions, you can see Linda. I will be doing a tapping workshop on Wednesday, 26th. That's online. That's an online workshop. That's great for tapping away stress and anxiety. I know none of us have that. And it's also great for tapping in affirmations and positive goals. So if you want to learn that, the registration is on our website and through the newsletter. And just a reminder that our membership meeting is coming up on March 2nd at 12:30. There is a DEI workshop coming up on March 16th. More details about that. That will be with Laura Hyder, Reverend Charles' wife. And our health and wellness fair is coming up on Saturday, March 22nd. We've got a great slate of different events happening that day, including a sound bath with McKenna Whalen, and we'll have lots of different vendors, so just save the date for that. The flowers today were donated by Shelley Lish. Happy birthday to Catalina, 16th birthday. So I think they are celebrating with a trip, so they are not here. But we celebrate with them wherever they are enjoying their fun things. Okay, let's give a big round of applause again for our music team, Becky and Matt and Linda and Tony, and our AV team. Jim is back with us. Welcome back to Jim. Glad to have Jim back with us, and of course, finally to Elizabeth for that lovely, heart-centered, beautiful spiritual message. Okay, let's close with a peace song, followed by the prayer for protection.
That was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us.
We are the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
We are the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. We love you, Unity of Bellevue. Have a wonderful week.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Okay, sounds great.
Take a breath in this moment. We have come together at last, knowing all is provided. Only speak love's name. though each stream was diverted, all reverting back to the source. Our intention united, we now proclaim. Here we stand, knowing our unity, hand in hand, singing our faith, heart to heart, carry the light for all to see.